Hey, good afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. This is Brian Coach and Dr. Q, Brad, here to bring you a special edition of Taking the Time. Today, we have the newest watch from Valhalla of Norway. It's called the ÖKS, and it's really great. Um, give a little preview here.
I mean, so I've been talking to Roy here and there, and seeing the watch and seeing the images, and as he's putting together the Kickstarter, and I mean, I'm just wow. Like, I don't get excited over dive watches that much anymore, but this watch, it's the devil's in the details, man. The devil's in the details.
It really is. I've also. Yeah, fortunately, got it. I got sent, really cool Valhalla of Norway shirt, as well as a hat. Valhalla of Norway, the Thor's hammer on the back, really cool stuff. And I guess we'll start off with a wrist check.
All right.
And what are you wearing?
Oh, Yacht Racer.
Great choice. Excellent choice, as always.
Gotten a lot of wrist time since I got it.
Yeah. That's
yes.
Mine too. And this is the Valhalla of Norway Deep Fjord V2.
Yeah.
It's good to 500 meters water resistance. I mean, it's a pretty serious diver. 120 click rotating bezel, the whole nine. Really solid watch. Outstanding. But that's not the watch we're here to talk about today. So, without further ado, here it is.
All right. And I'm going to screen share so we can get some bigger images.
Yeah.
Because we can't do this dial justice on a screen like that. So.
No, it's almost impossible.
Yeah. All right. So should we start with some specs?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's 42 millimeter, right?
Yes.
NH35.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Brian has memorized every spec to this watch, so I'm going to turn that over to him on this.
Yeah, it's 42 millimeters. Lug to lug is 46 millimeters with the NH35 movement and the date complication. Fun fact for the date complications, you can see here where it's glowing on the crown side of the watch. That is actually a rune that kind of looks like a sideways sharp angled hourglass. And in ancient Norse, that rune actually stands for day. So it's the little hidden things that Roy puts in his watches that makes the huge thing.
Yeah.
Of course, sapphire crystal, rotating bezel, BGW9 lume. You can see it in there.
Yeah, that's beautiful lume. It's beautiful.
It's really nice blue. It stays a long time. This one, it has a screw down crown, although it's not marketed as a diver, actually. It is good to 20 atmospheres, which is
200 meters.
Yeah, 200 meters is 660 feet. So yeah, I mean, you could, if you took it off of the leather strap, you really could, which I do. I have it on here. This is really nice, well stitched, very high quality, almost a NATO style on the other side here with the keepers. Just very, very high quality. Nothing feels cheap. On the back of the watch, you have the Norwegian O with the line through it, KS, which translated in English is axe. And you're going to see a lot of axe exactly right there. You're going to see a lot of axe designs in this watch. Right, for instance, you see it looks like a gouge in the case just in front of the crown in that picture. and that's intentional. It's supposed to look a little bit weathered, a little bit beaten. It's actually manufactured into the watch to look, like it's been through a war. And if you notice there, even on the lugs, that it has that kind of that hooked Viking axe style, which also comes in when you go and you look at the second hand, and the back of the second hand has that same curve.
Before I go to back to the dial shot, I want to point out the hammer on the crown.
Oh yeah.
Here's the axe second hand that we're talking about.
Yeah, the hammer on the crown is something that Roy does it's on the Deep Fjord that I'm wearing right now. It's just one of the really cool touches.
A signed crown on a watch is I feel like it's a must. It's the attention to detail. And when you're talking about that, it's like the detail on the crown, like the details on the dial with the ruins, the finish, those cut marks that he has on the case that are part of the design. Like those are important details that some people might overlook them, but
yeah. And it really is the attention to detail is amazing on all the designs that they come out.
It's an exceptionally unique case too.
It is,
and it's not too radical. That's the thing I like about it. It's not too radical.
No, but it is an asymmetrical case. You're right, and it's one of those things that, and it has.
Cut up for a minute on mine.
I'm holding it, and it will eventually make its way to you, Brad. So you can. I mean, you're going to feel this is a quality timepiece.
Yeah, and I mean, and just in talking to Roy, the handful of times, it's like he's passionate about what he's doing, and I mean that goes miles with me. Yeah. But it's so evident in what he's doing in his designs too. The unique case design, so it's different, but it's not too radical. So it's going to give you a fresh look,
even down to the watch rolls that it comes in.
Watch rolls, yeah.
The attention to detail. I know the camera, it's a little bit tough to see, but embossed with Valhalla of Norway. I don't know if you kind of see that, but there you go, maybe. And I know it's really small. Oops. And so, I mean, just there's so many components. Fun fact: there's actually three colors of this. That picture there is one of them. That's the red and black, and the one that I have here is the kind of the black and grayish white, almost the zebra color.
There you go.
And these dials, and there's also going to be a blue dial. I think that's it there.
Yep.
Now, but the black and red and the black and white, or black and gray, whichever you'd like to call it. Little fun fact for anything, is that these dials are carbon fiber. The red and black there, along
crazy.
It is, and you wouldn't think that any part of this watch is carbon fiber. I mean, it feels the weight is good. It's there. It's quality. I'm even going to put it on, and show even on my big old wrist that, usually, I rock a larger watch. I do have smaller ones too. And let's get those spring bars screaming. Go for the big guy wrist.
Spring bar screaming.
Yeah, fortunately I have replacements if I do kill any of them. But and I got it on. And so here you go. I mean, it's just, even though it's upside down, you get a good idea. It's not small. It's not enormous. Has a great wrist presence. at I think I'm thinking it's 14 millimeters thick. But it doesn't wear. It's not bulky. It's along for the ride, and with that bulletproof NH35 automatic movement, it's just it's sure to be a good friend for a long time.
I mean, look at the dial. It's just exceptional. Like when I saw the dial, I'm like, I don't think anybody's ever done this.
No, I've never seen one done like that. And then I was even more, bless you. I was even more blown away when he said, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's carbon fiber." I was like, "What?" Other people have done carbon fiber, and it either it looks like carbon fiber, or and on this watch, it was just there's the blue. That one is not
just a sunburst.
That is it's more of a sunburst blue. That's not a carbon fiber dial. And just pick it from the comments. No, Michael, sorry, it does not come in the hammer as a box. It comes in the watch roll that I was showing here. These are really high quality. The inside, the lining is so soft, kind of canvas. Loop around ties, really good. I've traveled actually with this watch roll before. Everything made it to its destination in one piece, which is always a good thing. So really,
if it didn't, then that's on you.
yeah, or Delta, but I'm not going to get into that. But I mean, this is just you could tell that with this one, especially all of his watches are really. I mean, all of his watches are really special, and I am honestly not sure how, with the carbon fiber, he got this
like tiger stripe.
It's instead of normally with carbon fiber, and I've looked at this under a microscope, looking for the weave and everything, and my my daughter and wife are nurses, so I have that kind of weird geeky stuff around here. And so, I looked at it under a microscope, and it was just amazing. Just the quality, the chapter ring, the way the second hand is just a little shade longer than the minute hand as it sweeps along the edge of the chapter ring, and that really, positive, the case back engraving is fantastic. Has the Norwegian flag.
We don't have a photo of that, so if okay, there we go. That's good.
The O with the line through it, KS, which is axe. It says all stainless steel, automatic, sapphire crystal, water resistant. Although it's not billed as a diver, it's billed as just an everyday watch, a leather strap. The leather looks fantastic, but you could dive with this screw down crown and 200 meters. You're not going deeper than that. So
I think that the technicality in the diver title is that the bezel doesn't have a countdown marker, maybe like it doesn't have numbers. So,
well, no. And here's the thing: is I did a lot of talking with Roy when he was designing this, and he had he showed me a great picture. It was a Viking shield, and when you look at the bezel, I mean, there's like a shield you would use to fend off an attack. When you look at this bezel, which does rotate, solid rotation on that, but it's more like the metal ring around the outside of a shield a Viking would use in battle. And
with the rivets or
exactly. And so, there was so many of the design cues that just really went into this. It's really just it's really a fantastic piece, and it's going to be coming out on Kickstarter around the end of this month to early October. and I think according to my sources on the inside, it might be starting around $299. So
Yeah.
if if that's where it's going, this is, and like that's a maybe. So don't hold me to it.
Yeah.
And that may be for the first X pieces. I'll tell you that this, I'm going to order one. So
yeah,
the quality is there.
What dial? Oh, red.
Of mine, red, of course.
Sorry.
Yeah, if anybody's looking for my, extra information to log into something, red is my favorite color. But yeah.
That's his password, folks. Red is my favorite color.
Yeah.
Meaty too. Yeah, man. I mean, so like specs, we got Sapphire, we got 316L, we've got EH35, we've got BGW9 Loom.
Yeah.
I mean, there's spec wise, we're not missing anything. 42. My personal favorite size watch is 42. It's big enough and it's small enough. I feel like 42 hits the bandwidth for the guys that want smaller watches, and it fits the bandwidth for the guys that want the bigger watches too. So I don't think you're going to miss a lot of people on that. The case, like when I first saw the case, I was just like, wow, like it really is unique.
Oh yeah.
It's like, it's kind of a cushion case, and I love cushion cases.
Yeah.
So
it is a little bit, I mean, but as soon as you see this, I mean, this is a one-off case design. There's no question about it. This is not some, oh, well, didn't such and such use that a year ago or something? No. I mean, it's definitely that different. Like I said, it is asymmetrical. You'll see, on the crown side where it comes out a little bit more versus this side kind of just follows the bezel around a little bit more. So, versus, here you have some distance and intentional scratches and markings and things.
The built-in, the built-in crown guards,
yes,
is kind of what that is, really. Like, it's an extended case for crown guard protection.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of going with, more, pronounced, say, like on this, where you have, crown guards that come out, screw down crown. The case almost helps surround the screw down crown on the axe. It's really fantastic.
Yeah. Let me pull up a graphic. Let me pull up a graphic real quick so you can see, so everybody can see the axe in it. So here's the image. Wow, I'm like having trouble speaking. So that's what you're seeing there, is it's the form of the blade.
Yeah, and it was people have, there's a lot of different shows.
So it's not necessarily a scratch, but it's like an impression of the blade. So I mean, you have such a there. I mean, like I said, there's so many details in this watch that it's like, oh, you're gonna buy it and you're gonna remember maybe a couple of them, and then you're gonna discover more as you go. It's I mean, like, this is a brilliant design. That's I know I'm injecting my personal opinion into this now, but I mean, that's you have to see that the brilliance in this design, from the second hand to the case lugs to those accent cuts in the case to show, it's well done. Like, there's no other way to say it.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
It's like a battle hardened look and feel to it, but at the same time, I think that he's also going to offer it with a black leather strap. I've seen some new pictures out that he put out that's going to look really, really good with, especially with this one or the red. And like I said, it doesn't really do it justice on here because you can't see the fine. It's almost like looking through just fine veins running through the whole dial. It's and with with the blue loom, it just, I mean, it looks great.
The hardest decision for you guys is going to be which dial collar, because they're all really cool. The white and black, the red and black, or the blue. Because I'm like, I got to get this watch, but I don't know which dial color to get. Because like, Roy, can you put on the Kickstarter "Surprise Me"?
Yeah, just spin the wheel. Yeah,
I don't know. I might have to do the red like you.
Yeah, I mean that would really be cool. And it is. You're right. It is extremely difficult to say. It's exactly. This or that. It's when it comes down to it. Obviously, watches are. It comes down to personal preference. I happen to like the red and black. I think it looks cool. It looks a little bit more hardcore, kind of like, not get too gory, but kind of like blood running across the shield. Something that, and just to dip into the comments for a second. Michael asked about a chainmail bracelet that I did talk to Roy about, and he said possibly as a stretch goal.
Nice.
This is one that I have here, and it's I'll tell you what, I had this on the watch and it was amazing. And so this is so hopefully maybe a stretch goal, and with the Sharkmaster chainmail bracelet is definitely kind of battle inspired. So
yeah. I mean, wow. I'm excited for this piece to come to Kickstarter.
Me too.
I expect everybody that watches this video to at least contribute to the campaign somehow. This watch, by all means, deserves to get funded, and I'm going to do my part. So I hope everybody else does too.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to order one.
And I mean, so here's the other thing. Like, I've talked to a lot of brand owners, and Roy's incredible. He's friendly. He's helpful. Like, he's such a great guy. So it's like that makes me cheer that much harder for the campaign as well. So I mean, if you guys, so like if you've ever talked to a brand owner, you kind of get a feel for who they are and how they are. And I mean, I've talked to some that are all about me and only care about the money. And that's fine. It's a business. And if you're a business person, that's cool. But there's got to be some passion. For me, there's a big thing about passion. And so I get that with Roy, because he's talking about, he's like, hey, what do you think about this? And he's always trying to figure out how to make it better. Like, yeah. I'm like, dude, it's great. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So I mean, he's bringing what he is expecting to be a high quality piece to market, and his expectations are high. I can tell that just from having conversations with him.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been talking to him for over a year. I mean, even I'm kind of the unofficial manager of the U.S. Valhalla of Norway, North America office here. It's a title he gave to me as a joke, but I've actually handled returns for him, because especially right now, to return something, to ship it actually back to Norway, things that takes time. And he wanted to get, the customer a refund as fast as possible. So he said, hey, can I ship this to you? I said, yeah. What am I expecting? He said, well, it's, it's a, it's going to be an ORM limited edition. I said, okay, fantastic. I said, as soon as I get it here, this is the customer was here in the States. I said, yeah, as soon as I get it, I'll send you a picture, refund the money. Then, we'll go from there. And so, we'll be working on, what to do with that, because it's literally a brand new watch that
I think what I'm hearing is somebody has the opportunity to get a limited edition piece within the United States pretty quickly. I think that's what I heard when you said that. Like, so if somebody's looking for that piece, then
if somebody's looking for the orm with the same color, the kind of brownish bronze dial, black strap, stainless steel, dome sapphire crystal, I do happen to have one here. It is brand new, and I mean, if pretty much the first $250 takes it. I know we don't sell things on here, but I'm not selling anything. It's kind of a PSA. So,
yeah, we aren't selling it. You're just mailing it. But with that being said, what we're going to do when we share this video, we're going to attach the link to the Kickstarter for you to sign up so you can get updates. And so look at that in the description of the video as well. So you'll have the link to the Kickstarter. Make sure you're following us on YouTube as well, because we might be doing some special stuff that's only going to hit YouTube, pre-recorded type stuff. So look for that. And I think it's about time for us to wrap this up. What do you think?
Yeah, we're just about there. I mean, I'm just over the top with this one. It's just it's really high quality, extremely well thought out, well designed. Everything was intentional. There was no rush. It doesn't feel like this just sense of urgency. I'm just going to produce a watch. And no, this was just so well thought out. And the quality is definitely there. I can tell you, I own 4 from Valhalla, and I thoroughly enjoy all of them. And I mean, that's just, a customer testimonial, is that they make really great stuff. And,
and the thing is you're not going to see something similar on somebody else's wrist. Like, even other even a lot of other micros can look similar, but this isn't a homage piece. It's an original design. And I mean, we're just rehashing what we've already said. So
yeah, I mean, it is something to be excited about, though, because
because we especially over the last year, we haven't gotten a whole lot of unique designs. Not a lot of new unique designs came out. So it's something to get excited about. It's going to be affordable, so it's easy to add to your collection. And I mean, wow, that dial.
It's so cool. I don't know if you wanted to cut back to just a picture of the dial again for anybody that might have tuned in a little bit late. Of course, you can always watch it. For that. You can always watch it, the recording of this on Taking the Time or on Veterans Watch Collector channel on YouTube. Need to get some stuff out, and it's just really good and a lot of fun. And I wish Roy the best with this one. I'm certainly going to be backing it. Everybody else, we hope that you enjoyed the first one. And here it is one last time. It's hard to give that dial any justice with the webcam. It is.
I can't wait to get a hold of it, because then we're going to talk about it again, and I'm going to give my perspective of actually being able to put it on my wrist and see the dial. So we're gonna go another round on this one. Maybe it'll be live, but by the time that happens, because it's going to some other reviewers before me, I think, which is totally makes sense. But we'll hit it up again, talk about it from my perspective, which is kind of unique. Like, we did the Stratton, we did the dual Stratton thing, so it's like it's something different. You'll get my flavor on it, and you can see my excitement about it, because you guys can tell whether I'm excited about something or not when I'm playing with watches. So
yeah, me too.
Just to wrap it up, make sure you follow that Kickstarter campaign. Make sure you're following us on YouTube at Veterans Watch Collector channel. You got us here on Taking the Time with Facebook. And with that being said, I do have an interview I'm working on scheduling that I haven't even told Brian about. And that's RT Custer of Vortic Watches.
Oh, cool.
So we just got to get that scheduled. We're going to talk to him and kind of we haven't really hashed that out exactly, but we could talk about the military GCT that he makes or any of the other antique pocket watch conversions that he does. So look for that coming. We got a Outcast to review on probably Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, I think so. That's going to be fun too. Yeah. And really looking forward to that.
It's got something special about it too that we'll talk about then, but
absolutely.
I think that's it for us. Yeah.
I think so. That's it for today. And many thanks to Roy from Valhalla of Norway for sending us a prototype. It will be moving along to the next reviewer. And until then, I hope you all have a great weekend. If you're watching this on the weekend, I hope it's great. So until then.
Have a good one, guys.